I'm glad you're here.
Thank you.
Look, what we're trying to do here at CIVILNET is to try to hold up a mirror to ourselves, to do news, to do analysis, to do political satire. And I don't know of another person to ask about all of that stuff. I've always said this, I don't think I'm wrong. I think you're certainly the only one in the diaspora. And if we take into consideration Sergei Sargsyan and Narek Markaryan here, you're probably one of, I don't know, 3 people, 5 Armenians, who actually holds up a mirror to us. Why don't we do that? Why don't we want to know how we look? Do we care?
I think it's a matter of tradition. Once you develop that tradition, and I think it's happening now. It's happening.
Where?
I think in general, the fact that people are, like for me, for example, the fact that I am doing all these shows and the response has been so good. Because when I started, I thought somebody would beat me up, or they would get offended, seriously offended. And I have touched upon pretty risky topics sometimes.
But how do you explain that? I mean, you laugh at me, you laugh at my kids, you laugh at my parents, you laugh at your parents. I mean, there's nobody you don't laugh at. We still love you. We say, oh, it's Vahe, let's go watch him again.
I think the key is, first and foremost, I laugh at myself. That's the thing. Once your audience knows that for you nothing is sacred, not even you, because that's the key. Once you laugh at yourself, they'll say, okay, all right, there is no sacred cow here, and also I believe that humor is the pivotal test for the criteria for anything. Okay.
For sophistication, for modernity?
No, like if you have something and you make fun of, okay, and if it lasts, then it was meant to last. If you laugh at something and it crumbles, that means, it wasn't meant to be there in the first place. So it's a test, sort of. Well, and we're afraid of that, by the way, because it might collapse. Yeah. There are so many things that we're afraid of touching.
That means we're going to make a list of all our schools and all our leaders, religious and political, and all the rest of them, and see which stands up to humor, huh?
Exactly.
No, I don't know. No, it's really a hard thing to try to do here because, there's, on the one hand, there's the tradition of Radio Yerevan, and you think, wow, it works, so we can do this. We can do sophisticated humor, political humor, satire. We don't have to laugh at, fat people and gay people and violence and all that cheap stuff. We can do real humor. And then on the other hand, you realize Radio Yerevan maybe worked because we were laughing at the other guys, the Soviets, the Russians. Now we have to laugh at ourselves.
Yeah.
And it's been a challenge. It's been a challenge, and it works really well in the 20, 30-year-old generation. But the topic is a topic that, our life affects all of us. Inside, outside, all of us.
Of course. The key is, I think, as I said, I think years ago we talked about this, and I think I told you
on the stage in Boston.
I don't know where it was, but I told you, for me, humor is the fiber in your diet. Okay, if you don't have that fiber, you'll be constipated. And I'm talking about serious constipation as psychologically, yeah, because that means that you're taking everything so seriously, including yourself. And I think the most important thing here is to find the absurdity in things. That's where the actual thing lies.
Heaven knows there's a lot of absurdity around us, so may God hear your voice, and we are going to try to find that absurdity and hope that every now and then we can talk to you on Skype and ask you to point out those absurdities with us.
That would be wonderful.
Thank you, Vahe.
Thank you.